Grey Hunter, and welcome to War in Spain. Spain? Just in Spain. Welcome to War in Spain. Anyway, this is a new hex-based war game, and it's very similar to War in the Pacific. But it's not the same engine. This is the interesting part. The guys rebuilt the engine to look like it. So we're going to look at the mega campaign because we're absolute lunatics. Actually, we'll do the tutorial because the mega campaign's probably got like a 3-hour setup, and I don't want to go through the 3-hour setup. This is 1936. Human player versus nationalist AI. Yep, that's fine. So I played a lot of War of the Pacific. I've done 2 full campaigns of the main game. And seeing I did that day by day, that's a fair chunk. So, go to the player, conquer Ibiza and Palma in 1 month. Use Valencia's troops to conquer Ibiza. Menorca's troops can be used as auxiliary forces. Barcelona and Valencia are the main ports for the invasion force. Okay, so I've got to do an naval landing to conquer Ibiza. Sure, it's Ibiza. In Mallorca, the people can land your units on the east coast or the west coast. West coast is mountainous, but close to Palma. Do not attack Palma. Okay, yeah. So, here we go. Oh, hexes. I mean, to be fair, it does kind of sound like look like a modded version of War in the Pacific, but as you can see. So, if we go to Barcelona, yeah, the menus are back, lads. The menus are back. But I've also got down here all the individual units. So, what's the plan? Plan is to hit. The map has been reduced down to just this corner. Palma is there. And Ibiza's down here. I may have to kill the music. Because I'm sure that's going to get me hit by a copyright strike. There we go. Okay. So it says Barcelona is my main port. What have we got here? Bunch of oilers. Bunch of just a couple of destroyers. Ooh, this isn't War in the Pacific. There is not going to be a metric ton of stuff. Some AKLs, some tankers. So, for new task force. Amphibious. Oh, the memories are coming straight back. Both destroyers. And then, honestly, let's just whack all the AKs and AKLs together. These are landing boats, aren't they? B-10 aircraft damage. They should be okay. Now, you notice some of these are highlighted green, also highlighted grey. Those use fuel, those use coal. They can't be landing boats if they're using coal. Those are patrol boats. You can always change this afterwards. No, you are landing barges, but you're converted fishing trawlers. Ah, okay. Right. Now we're going to load troops. There's been no planning. Excellent. So now we have to look at the troops in Barcelona. That's toggling that on and off. That's just unit combat strength, I think. So, landing here is closer but mountainous. Landing here is plains. Okay. Okay, move on foot, ammunition fatigue. Targeting. Planning for. To make a life choice now, don't I? Let's go historical. Planning for Port Cristo. We're at 75%, actually, that's pretty good. And these guys. Okay, so that's a bunch of them. That's all the larger units, I think. This guy's the big one. That's a service unit, though. Yeah, engineers. Infantry, infantry. And then one engineer unit. Bulk 779. Look at all the little individual bits. Yeah, so are you free? Now, it used to be you could get a list of these. I think this is off in the side now. This is where the engine has changed. As you can see, I've got a sidebar. So, mobility sort by AV. So, AV 10, 10, AV 6 for the Aeronautical Naval, which is a HQ unit. I probably should take a HQ unit. Now. I can click the details to get to them. Excellent. You're also going to plan for Krista. Excellent. 78.3% planning is good enough for me. Next up, we have no planes. Do we have an airfield? And do we have any other forces worth? Here, we have no ships. That's operations report, combat report, SIG intel, so we know where Tokyo Bay Fortress is. Status, industry overview. So you can do it two ways. You can do your industry or by pool. But obviously, industry will be a lot more interesting. This is all the ships in service. Oh, I do have some planes. They're on Naval. Wildebeest. Yeah, I have search planes. I do not have any bombers. Here's my bases. There we go. Supply, fuel, aviation, AV support required. Yeah, here's all my float planes. Okay. So let's sort by places that require a lot of supply. San Cristobal apparently needs a metric ton supply. Mahone. Okay, you've got mostly locked units. Got some artillery. Barcelona. Really, I should be searching by unit, shouldn't I? All ground units. Sort by AV. Me figuring this out, I think, is actually useful for you because this is a stupidly complicated game. And you got to remember, I'm on the back of playing this for a decade, the old version for a decade. I'm just trying to figure out what the new buttons are and the setup. Okay, so Terragon's got some stuff. Terragonia. Where is Terragonia? Ah, down here. You can start planning to land. Yeah. And that is a railroad unit. Don't exactly need that. And we have what's well, they're a bit damaged. How did you get damaged? So only system damage with a bit of engine damage for that guy. Alright. So they must have waited a day before loading. That is fine. Let's go back to this task force here. We can now load troops. Load by assault. Who's this guy? Because you didn't pair her before. HQ unit. Okay, but you still got a good assault. Okay, so we've got 1300 cargo. So, if you have an AK, as like a dedicated troop transport, which I don't think any of these guys are, well, the Landybirds are. These are AKs, these are just normal troop transports. You get a much better, they have troop capacity. These guys have got some capacity, but not really for troops. Loading troops in costs 3 times as much. So, loading troops. Got my assault, we want the regiment, that. We'll take those 2. We don't need to take the aeronautical naval. And that'll take us over the limit. Leave this militia behind. Take those, that gives me the artillery as well, which could be useful. So, execute, load supplies. Okay, so now I need to find the artillery. I'm seeing any hotkeys. Infantry, infantry. Okay, where the flipping hell is this artillery then? Inf engineers HQ. Artillery. Okay. This is a tutorial. There's supposed to be videos. I've not watched the videos. I am doing this the proper grog way of figuring this out as I go along. Okay, so we got that loaded. Let's see. So we're on daily turns, and let's see what happens when we hit end turn. Oh. A ship out in the Gulf here is under attack. Especially from port side. Okay. That got interesting. I don't have anybody here. But we must have spotted and attacked what looked to be a fishing boat. We scroll down to the bottom. Interesting. Combat summary doesn't have anything in combat summary. So that was the first day. Nice and boring. Barcelona. Checking on our group here. They seem to be loaded. Or maybe not. Nope, apparently I did that wrong. What the artillery? Another artillery group here. Okay. Okay, now that says it's loading everybody. Not all of them have got planning, but that's fine. And then, set destination. Okay, that's them off. Then we know Tarragona here. We'll have a quick look at their ships. Top one. Yeah, the Migo is quite heavily damaged. Do we have... We've got tankers. So turn off all ships. We've got APs. Okay, we've got an AP in Barcelona now. Okay, so Alicante here. Okay, that just teleported me somewhere I can't even see. Is that off map? Alicante base. That. Form new task force. Amphibious. Oh, this is where my battleship is. The metric ton of landing boats. And landing craft infantry. Actual dedicated landing craft infantry. There we go. We just created a proper fleet. We'll get a shipment to Barcelona. Okay, Alicante is under this LCU list. Okay, so it's down here. Valencia. Has also got a good number of landing boats, some of which are damaged. So they've changed how this works. So you have to do it like this, do you? Okay, I can work with that. That's probably a improvement in the UI. How long will that take to get there? Neither of those are worth picking up. Valencia's got a little military company. Yeah, glad they did the tutorial. You can start planning for. Yeah. You're still loading, are you? Or are you going to set off today? This is probably going to get these guys all sunk, by the way. Because I've not brought up the battleship. But I'm assuming this is a tutorial, so. Okay. So we can bring that back by unminimizing that. You can see the size of the full map, which is why we are having a look at this. I'm planning on having a go at the full one, but I want to get a video out since it came out yesterday. Okay, so let's begin our suicide mission 8. These guys now seem to be doing something at least. Miss. Okay. Oh, look, I've got one on plat, and most of them on naval search. Like what the Wildenbeest carrying. They're going at 1500 crews. Got a pilot. Fuel. This is how deep this game goes, by the way. They're using bombs. And the Wildebeest are dive bombers. Most of these I do not know. And the Wildebeest is actually the only combat plane I've got. Oh, look. Those guys are set off. Those guys are burned across the ocean. Right, in Barcelona. That's the base. One of these has got to get me to that troop screen. Suppose you're supposed to be using this top one now, aren't you? Oh, sorry. Alright, so this is... Oh, look, we've got an AV-14 guy here. He's still planning for Porto Cristo. Okay. That's okay. We will take some of these guys. And land them next to them. Because the AV in here is going up. We've got a mortar battalion. Another infantry regiment. How goes the planning here? Not bad. I see the damage is actually getting repaired a bit now. Yeah, look, it's got flipping sails. So you should be repairing in the shipyard. I'll give you another day. See how that does. Ooh, there's the Wildebeest. And that's the Catalina. They've got ships on the move, haven't they? Who are you? Okay. You unloaded the troops? Because this is the battleship laden one. You're going to load troops. Right, that's massively over your capacity. Wow. That's probably what I hit. I probably hit pickup troops. I want the infantry and the artillery. Okay. They're loading. Did you land troops? You're amphibious. You're coming home. You have no troops on you. I was very confused. Okay, those guys are all repaired. That didn't take long. Oh no, they're still being repaired. Right. 2 days. We're just getting more ships in. Any more infantry? Okay. Value to 5, 50, 50. Infantry. I'm very confused where all my troops have gone. Where did you place my soldiers? Oh, here we go. Landing. We've landed. Where the flip did you put all your troops? God, just lost all those troops. Hey, we got the landing now. It's just... Okay, so execute load. Finish task forward. Set your destination to here. Okay, so they're going to Porto Cristo. They're in amphibious. It's fine. These guys have unloaded some infantry. We're now going to start marching forwards. Assault value 7, assault value 2, assault value 10. We know there's troops in this port here, so we're going to go for the port. Most of the troops. Okay. Got 16 this is, each hex is 5 nautical miles. Okay. Hopefully they don't need much planning. Over here. Planning's going pretty well. Oh yeah, look, they'll be done soon. That'll be much better. Looking at this, I'll probably have another fleet back to be able to support the landing in Ibiza. Alright. Right, the turn process is quick in this anyway. Right, you support that push there. And look, we've taken a load of extra. We haven't. Let's go. No. That's the next wave. Next wave is incoming. Hopefully. Okay, it does something weird, I think. Where it's... The strike is coming in between, but it's put the ships where they'll be. Alright. So, we'll do one more day, and then we'll load for Ibiza as well. We should see a naval invasion here. No, why did you not want to invade? So where is that other task force then? They're here. They will land tomorrow. That's fine. If I select both of these guys, engineers, AV11. There's a select all button here. Placements off, upgrades off, defend mode. Marching 2. Yeah, okay, they've already got marching orders. Here, those can't be fixed on the pier side, they have to go into the shipyard. Which will be another day, alright. We got my one battleship, Jamie the First. Is that literally just mounted with Vickers? Star shells, okay, it's 102. Yeah. I forget Vickers make more than just machine guns. Alright. You can bring all the other odds and sods. Oh, no. Destination. Yeah, can you get that thing out of the way? Land troops there. With no planning. This is a tutorial. We can do stuff like this. And apparently it spawned in a couple of railroad units for me. I suppose you've spawned any combat units, have you? Okay, you're on naval search. Naval attack. Here we go. We had an adjusted AV of 8,000 and we killed 2 railroad units. Was that us? No, we go with the Republic. Nationalist attack test. Oh no, our railroad units were annihilated. There we go, it's more like it. I mean, I'd like to point out I didn't put those railroad units there. Okay, so we've got guys in here. Just an infantry unit. So you can see how that's set. That's now got both colours. We'll try a deliberate attack. You're still marching. You'll make it next turn. We can search artillery barrage. Okay, this is actually a better UI. It is mind-boggling, obviously. Okay, so we're here. We're going to form a new task force. Which is going to be amphibious. Going to include all these guys. Done. I'm going to load the troops. It's not going to be much troops, but you know, it's fine. And execute the load. You can land there. I don't know why you've gone the complete and utter weird way. At this point, I'm a little bit afraid to ask. But this is coming back swimmingly. Alright, we're probably going to do a little bit of attack. 9 to theirs, engineer power. We lost 12 casualties, theirs lost 40. We broke through. The forts are down to level 0. Range terrain. Yeah, we attacked into here. Defenders, we took 175. Lost a squad. They lost loads of vehicles. We broke through. They retreat. Yep, we're unloading at Valencia. Excellent. You guys apparently retreated to somewhere as a base. Got 10 AV of troops up here. Set planning for that. Set destination for that. In deliberate attack mode. Set all to follow. Set all to op mode. Set all to combat mode. There is no set all planning, which is a mild annoying. Yeah, we landed a good number of troops there. So there is like war wearies in this. There is a whole thing where you can take too many losses. Right, that'll do. This tutorial. So here, got an enemy unit and these guys, so you can move to deliberate attack. You're going over to there apparently. Just get in there. Is there a there was a setting. Strike anytime. Escorts idle. Escorts bombard. Max react 0. High threat tolerance, or absolute threat tolerance. That's what I was looking for. Sorry about your voice. They're going to continue their deliberate attacks. So we've only got 1 of 5 supplies needed. So I need to get some more supplies in. Form a new task port. This will be a cargo ship. can have this SA and that. Because, yeah. Want a few guns. Done. Load supplies. No, fuel, just supplies. Let's just double check you're doing that. You are loading supplies. Once you load, airline industry resource fuel. Port capacity 1. It is a port, so we can take them to there. Yeah. Travel 0. Okay. Advance another day. There we go, St. Vincent as we've landed. Shadowed by a float plane. Okay. Porto Cristo. Here. We took 10, they took 43. We broke free. The Centurion's in retreat. Here we've got a bit more the on-off battle. Deliberate attack. They had no AV. Yeah, we broke through. Lucia. Roughly even casualties. Yep, we broke through. Another amazing attack. Okay. You can march into Ibiza. Here we got 51 troops. Supply is low though, because I didn't load any supplies. You're going to march for Palma. Set your planning for Palma. Deliberate attack on, actually, no. Yeah, deliberate attack. Set all to follow. Set all to op mode. Awesome. So they are now marching on Palma. Hopefully we'll be able to get some supplies in. Because some idiot messed that up. Right, so the supply ships should be out there somewhere. Here we go, yeah. Here's a supply ship. Luckily, you can cross that in a day. So, me messing up doesn't make that much of a difference. Right, would you like to follow your commander there? Deliberate attack. Combat. Alright, now they're all following. Sorry to the first company here and their HQ, the militia. You can see the hexes. Oh, that's interesting. If I select here, it says like AV2, 17 to 80 troops, 37 troops. We've got 169, so we are actually outnumbering them properly. And you should be marching. They've only got 10 troops left. Oh, come on. We got to do it for the memes. Shock attack. Ooh, naval battle. Okay. Italians have turned up. And they found my defensive ship, apparently. So naval 12 aggression, inspiration, naval, yeah. So it's 1 second timescales. How do you increase the timescale? There we go. Plus. Oh, great. Yep, they bought a battleship. Oh, they bought a cruiser, but yeah, an actual warship. This is cool. Look at this. Torpedoes going off everything. One of my ships is taking hits. The white flashes are where the shells are landing. I can select which ship. So it's just an Italian cruiser engaging all this. Oh. Took a hit. He's ordered the task force to disengage. Ooh, we got a hit on them. Yeah, okay. Penetration by 120. That's interesting. Distance in ships. This is definitely an upgrade on the One Pacific. The Bandolier here is causing some issues. Maneuver disengaging. Task force break off. Okay, so we took one hit. The Admiralty is on fire. Yeah, okay. We threw it back in there. Or is she disengaging again? That says penetrated. Okay. This is the other fleet that's got a destroyer in it. My destroyer is now on fire by the looks of it. Yep, flood and system damage. System flotilla, yes. Okay, so we've done very minor damage to her. Good lord. She doesn't give up, does she? Ooh, okay, daylight. Daylight things got interesting. We got a solid hit on her there. System 17. I mean, the Miranda is taking some hits on her own, but she's attempting to disengage. They're screening. Okay, yeah, we got a good number of hits on there. She's on fire. You hear the tongues of the belt and armor hitting, can't you? I need more time with this one. Another hit. They're not letting it get away, are they? Look, you can see them. Yeah, she took 40 hits, is on fire. Alright, we did our shock attack. Attackers are broken out from the encirclement. Took 3 casualties, they took 62. They lost multiple units destroyed. They surrendered. And they've left disabled devices behind. Look at that big stretch there. Is that all the combats we've had? We reduced their forts down. It's good. Ooh, we broke through there, didn't we? Reducing their forts down. Okay. I wasn't expecting the naval battle. Good for you, tutorial, though, for dropping that in there. Please tell me you're getting some supplies ashore. Alright, so we've taken that. What would be nice is a way of taking all these guys. Switch you to deliberate attack. Alter follow. Alter this op mode. Captured some supplies though. Good. All our troops up here deliberate attacking. Okay. Import. Have they split off the damaged ships? Did she sink? Fixing ready. Okay, Task Force 44's got a crippled, so up here's my task forces. Okay, so it's got damaged LCI in it. Everyone else has just picked up minor damage. That's what I missed last time. Alright. I'm scattering these guys around. I fully know this. Hopefully you'll take that. Deliberate. Set all to follow. Set to op mode. Yeah. How are you doing? Yeah, you're going to run out of supplies tomorrow. Don't suppose you've sent me any planes? No. Just those field beast. So you can draw more from pools, get a new pilot. Okay. We'll do one more turn just for the fun of it. Ooh. There's a landing there. Okay. Casualties. We broke through. Defender took casualties. Deliberate attack. Attacker artillery values it. Oh, they got a lot of artillery there. We took heavy losses. But we're wearing the forts down. Okay. Honestly, I mean, that shows you a good... We've had a sea battle, we've had some air fights. You've seen me dick around with logistics for an hour. Yeah, this got legs. I just need to be able to put the time in to build a first turn. So yeah, we're going to go into this in a bit more detail of a grand campaign. But first, trying to dust off the old memory. I think I'm doing okay. It's just a few differences that, yeah. Of course, you've got the options of going for like 3-day turns. You can even do hourly turns if you're insane. This is coming. I'm not doing it hour by hour before anyone says. But yeah, so that's War in Spain. Definitely going to see some more of this. Thanks for watching. Oh yeah, if you can give it a like, that'd be amazing. I don't normally ask, but you know, this is a big one for Grogs. See ya. Manually stop it because it's being weird.